Home inspection, home appraisal. I need one, I need both. Does one replace the other? Are they the same thing? What is the difference in a home inspection and a home appraisal? That's what we're talking about today, and we're starting right now. I'm Sherri Ann Green with Coldwell Banker. Welcome to my YouTube channel that guides home sellers and home buyers in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia. If you are buying or selling a home, you need to know what a home inspection is, what a home appraisal is, and the difference between the two. These are inspections that people often get confused, and they use the word interchangeably with each other, and the two are radically different. So let's talk about the difference between a home inspection and an appraisal, why you may need both, and why they are both important to the buying and the selling process. The first thing that is important to know about a home inspection and an appraisal is that both of these activities can be a contingency of the contract. Now, we should probably stop for just a minute and talk about what a contingency is if that's the first time you're hearing this word. The contingency is something that causes a pause, a negotiation, or a void of the contract. Both a home inspection and an appraisal can be contingencies of a contract. So with a home inspection, what the buyer is doing is looking to inspect all of the systems, appliances, and structure of the home. So the inspector is going to look at the foundation, the walls, the ceiling, the attic, the crawl space, the dishwasher, the washing machine, the electrical system, the plumbing system, the sump pump, the radon system. They're going to test for termites. All of those things that help a house run in order, that help a condo run in proper functioning order. That's what the home inspection does. The inspector is inspecting the house. Is it in working order? Are all of the systems working in the way that they should? Is the foundation in good shape? Is the basement leaking water? Is the roof leaking water? That's what a home inspection is. If the buyer's home inspection shows that there are things that are problematic, things that are broken, things that are hazardous or unsafe, then the buyer and the seller can negotiate the repairs of those items, or they can negotiate a credit to the buyer to have those repairs finished after they purchase the house. It's important to know that a home doesn't necessarily pass or fail a home inspection, and you'll hear that from buyers too. Oh, that's never going to pass the home inspection. You don't really get a passing or failing grade. It's super important to understand that no home is perfect. It doesn't matter the price point. There is probably always something that could use a little attention, whether it's a GFCI that continues to not trip, or it is some wiring that needs to be redone, or it is a lead pipe that needs to be removed. There are oftentimes things in any home or condo that need to be upgraded over time. So what your home inspection is doing is looking for those things so that you can be an aware buyer. If something is hazardous, safety, dangerous, you absolutely want to work on negotiating those during the home inspection process. On the flip side, the appraisal is a third-party opinion of the value of the home. An appraisal is ordered by the lender. Now, if the buyer is paying cash, they can still order an appraisal, but I'm going to talk about it from the function of the lender so that it makes sense. An appraisal is done by a licensed appraiser, and it gives the bank a value at which the bank could sell the home if they have to repossess the home from you and put that home back on the market. The lender is looking to secure their risk, if you will. They are looking to confirm that the amount of money that the buyer is willing to pay for this house is the right amount of money that the buyer should pay for that house, or is it too much, or is it too little? If it's too little, it's a win for the buyer, for sure. If it is too much, the lender may not give them the loan. The buyer may have to make up some of the difference in that money at the closing table, and that may not be something that they want to do. The buyer may not want to overpay for a house when the appraisal comes in lower than the value they have agreed to pay for the home. So in essence, what the lender is looking to do with the appraisal is confirm that the value is there, that the amount of money that you are willing to pay for that house is actually the proper amount, and that the bank could get those funds back if something happens and you default on your loan. Now, an appraiser is not going to do the detailed inspection work that a home inspector has done or will do. The appraiser is going to note that all of the systems are there, note that all of the appliances are there, that the roof is there, that the landscaping is lovely, and they're going to notice the quality of the work, the materials that are used in the home. All of those add to the value of the home. If there is inexpensive tile, it doesn't add to the value as much as really expensive tile work might add. They're also going to look at the appliances and the brands that they are. They're also going to look at the neighborhood. They're going to look at sales that have closed in that neighborhood that are similar to the house at hand to see how the market is moving. They're going to take into effect the local economy and are home prices increasing or decreasing in value. All of those things get added together to come up with a value that this appraiser puts on the home. That appraisal is used in the underwriting process to confirm that the loan should go through and should be funded. Now, as with a home inspection, you could have to negotiate the appraisal. And not that you can negotiate with the appraiser, but you may have to negotiate with the buyer. So if the buyer has come in with an amount to pay for the house that is well over what the appraisal says the home is worth, the lender is not going to give them the funds to buy that house. Or the lender is going to tell the buyer they have to make up the difference at the closing table. And it's likely that the buyer isn't going to want to do that. Now, sometimes I have seen that happen. I have also seen an instance where it didn't appraise for as much as the buyer was willing to pay for it, and the seller and the buyer negotiated sort of a split of the difference. But the idea is that the bank is using this appraisal to confirm the value of the home. If the value is not there in the eyes of the appraiser, there are some discussions that need to happen so that the purchase of the home can move forward. The appraisal and the home inspection are just two important things to know as you go through the buying and the selling process. My channel is dedicated to educating you to be the best buyer and the best seller that you can be. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video.